right now, I've got a wonderful herbal healer, physician. He's world-renowned. So I want you to welcome to the bridge, welcome to the crossover, the Right Honourable priest, Kailash Leonce. Welcome.
Give thanks, my sister. Blessed love.
Definitely. Now, see, a lot of people might not be familiar with the name unless they're already in that type of a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So I want you to not even explain, but to tell people exactly who you are aside from just being a physician. You've been to school, you've learned, but I mean, as a man, why did you choose this path in healing people?
Well, give thanks for life and a mighty life gift, and give thanks for having us on your program today.
Yeah.
I see you very energetic.
A little bit.
Yeah,
good eating, good healthy foods.
Yes, well, for me, from birth, as far as I can recall, my desires have always been to become a Rastafari.
Yeah.
And also be a doctor. At that time, as a youth, it was just being a doctor. So specifically, my life just have been patented towards what I have been called to do. So my educational forte, where I studied and all these things, there was just synchronized into just helping me to achieve what I wanted to be from birth.
It's not easy to be a doctor. It really isn't. There's a lot of years of school you have to go through. But then on top of that, to be a Rasta and then go to school, did you have your locks when you were going through the school process?
Yes, I did. I began as a Bobo Shanti. I began in the year 2000 in Cuba.
Yeah.
I left Cuba and I completed from the American University of Antigua College of Medicine. Mm-hmm. That's in 2005. Now, it's not really difficult to be a physician, because it is perceived to be difficult. So going to school, you are taught that biology is difficult, and chemistry is difficult, and physics is difficult. A lot of parts. Yeah. But all of that is you.
Yeah.
So don't you want to know how your womb works?
I do.
Don't you want to know how the breast milk actually comes out of your breast?
And that's a big topic right now. So yes, I do.
Yes. So fundamentally, just because of how skewed the educational system is, the foundation of every human being.
Yeah.
Right, supposed to study science and understand the functioning of the physical structure.
But a lot of people don't. A lot of people wait until it gets really bad, or they wait until they get a checkup, and then they have a different type of doctor sometimes come and check them out. And when I say a different type of doctor, a lot of times it's playing Russian roulette. You might have a doctor who truly cares about humans and their body, but you might get a doctor who's more interested in money, because a lot of people may or may not know, but when it comes to pharmaceuticals, there's a relationship with a lot of doctors. You know what I mean? So how do we know, from your perspective, someone who hasn't been listening to their body, how do you start that journey to start understanding what your body's telling you and hearing it?
Well, the first thing is just being honest.
Yeah.
So you just said, the relationships between pharmaceutical companies and doctors. But, take for instance, you start from self. What is it with your relationship with yourself?
Yeah.
If you just bought a vehicle and then you bought it to this mechanic and he diagnosed it wrong, and you've been going to that mechanic every week, you have to put in a quart of oil in your vehicle every week. And
it's still not working.
And it's still not working. Well, you're going to keep on just living your life with your vehicle you bought, putting a quart of oil or adding brake fluid all the time? What would you do?
Oh, I'm changing the mechanic.
You're changing the mechanic. So when it is that you critically analyze the reality of our healthcare system, with all the increase in technology, there are more hospitals and everything else. You have more sickness and disease. So if you then critically analyze your specific path as an individual and say, well, I've been going to this doctor, I'm taking this pill, I'm taking that pill, I'm taking this and I'm taking this, and I'm still with the same disease.
Yeah.
So the same way that you'd have changed the mechanic, then it is imperative that you change the modality. What path are you taking towards your healing?
Right.
So what we understand that the majority, 90% of all the diseases outside there is what you call lifestyle diseases.
Yeah.
So it is your responsibility to understand that, well, look, you have to begin
for those who aren't really understanding what you mean by that, I really love breaking things down just to make sure everybody gets it. What do you mean by lifestyle disease?
A lifestyle disease is basically a condition that you acquire because of how you live. All right? So if it is that you eat at 10 o'clock in the night, every night, and then you just go to rest, you don't exercise, you eat bread and drink soft drinks and all these different aspects, and you are always stressed out, you're always cursing and always fussing, obviously you're going to become obese, you're going to have high blood pressure, you're going to have diabetes, right? So that's the lifestyle disease, right? Because of the life that you are living. So automatically, the logical approach, if you have fibroids, if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, if you have breast cancer, if you have prostate cancer, then you have to critically analyze and say, but how have I been living for the past 40 years?
Yeah.
What have I been doing for the past 25 years?
Right.
Then when you critically analyze that, then you begin to implement change.
Yeah.
So what we provide people at the Great Physician International and Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center, as we are here specifically in Jamaica, to launch one of our products called The Answer on the 23rd day of May, which is Monday, the holiday, at the Pegasus Hotel, which is basically a free event where we'll be bringing forward The Answer. And on the 25th of May, at the University of the West Indies, that is at N1, lecture hall, we'll be looking at reclaiming wellness, reproductive and sexual wellness.
Wait, when is that?
That is on Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Yeah,
Next
Wednesday. This Wednesday, because
Next Wednesday?
It's this Wednesday the 25th.
And what are you addressing? I'm sorry.
We are reclaiming wellness,
Okay.
sexual and reproductive wellness, which is critical.
It is.
Yes. So our ministry that we are establishing in Jamaica specifically, the foundation of it is education.
Yeah.
So that is why it is important that we have a lecture style setting.
Yeah.
And what we want is that the people who are now in that state of transition, who begin to think, should I stop eating this?
Yeah.
Should I stop doing that?
Yeah.
I've been taking this drug. Oh, they said that I have to remove my womb.
Yep.
I have to remove my ovary. I can't have a child. So then you begin to be self-loving enough. You begin to be reflective enough to say, well, look, I'm willing to do this for myself. You're willing to invest time, energy,
invest
and economic
in
in self.
But I hear what you're saying, but I would love to tell my listeners, like I always tell them on the show, don't wait till you got something wrong to do that. Like a lot of us just don't take a moment to sit back and figure out, how am I living my life right now? Am I getting enough sleep every night? Am I putting that as a priority? Do I stop and just like breathe for a minute and just reflect on what's going on and the decisions I'm making? A lot of us aren't doing that now. So why wait till you get sick to do that? Like why? But we're talking about breast milk, and that's a big subject right now. Because, for me, I said something harsh, and they came at me, and I don't care because I always speak my truth, hey, whether you like it or not. But the point is, too many young people are crying about, the breast milk shortage. Yes, there's a shortage, but they're not even attempting to breastfeed. It's almost as if they just automatically say the rain is coming and it's going to be thunder and lightning before they realize, I have the answer in my boobies. You know what I mean? And I don't get that. And for those who are saying that they're having trouble lactating and is due to stress and this and this and that, can you talk to us about some ways that women can reduce that stress and also other ways to just increase lactation for new moms?
Well, I'll attempt to do it in the little time that we have, but definitely on Wednesday, the 25th of May at the N1 lecture hall.
To the lecture hall.
You really get that full understanding. And it's a free lecture. People like things free.
Yeah.
The breast really is a very significant aspect of the woman. It's one of the breasts. The buttocks, what they call the behind, or the butt, as they would call it, or you call it the gluteus muscles,
maximus.
right? So when you understand the sanctity of the breast, the breast, when the breast is stimulated, the nipple is actually made of erectile tissue. That's why when you stimulate the breast, a woman feels
bounce
good.
Right out, cold air.
Not just bounce right out, the woman feels good.
That too.
If you're a woman and a man stimulates your nipple, you feel good.
I think vice versa too, though.
Well, I'm talking about the woman.
Okay. We'll stay there.
Right? So when it is that the nipple of the woman is stimulated, she gets aroused. Now, what does that mean biologically? What it means is that you have an increase in the production of the female hormone estrogen.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're saying, well, a woman is complaining about the child not getting enough breast milk, the first step, when after a child is born, hardly any breast milk come out. What comes out is what you call cholesterol, which is what comes out to boost up the immune system of the child. Just what you call the immunoglobulin, that clear substance.
Okay.
It's not any breast milk. It's the sucking of the child on the nipple that ups the level of estrogen within the woman's physical structure, that causes an increase in the production of glands within the breast.
Okay.
Right? So as the child sucks upon the breast, right, that chemical change within the bloodstream of the woman, an increase in estrogen naturally causes the increase in production of breast milk. And what happens is that the whole process of sucking on the breast is not for the benefit of the child only. What it does now, because of the increase
Yes.
it pulls back up the womb back where it's supposed to be in the pelvic
Help
area.
you get back that body tight. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It works.
precisely. So when a woman fully understands what she's doing for herself, and also that emotional bond with her
Absolutely.
child, right, then she begins to actually have 8 children. All my children breastfeed at least for a year.
Yeah.
And we deliver all of our children at home.
You do.
What would I go to medical school for? To bring my wife to a hospital?
I know, but what do you do for anesthetics?
What anesthetics?
Get rid of the pain.
Pain?
Yeah.
We have delivered children for people like people who've had their first child and they don't even develop 1 tear.
Huh?
Yeah. So you see your expression is trauma.
Yeah.
So pregnancy for you is trauma. So more than likely, okay, just because you're thinking of pregnancy and that's the expression on your face, then your bloodstream would have more than it's supposed to have a particular hormone, right? So if it is when you say pregnancy, you were smiling, then it would have been serotonin and oxytocin. Now, if you put your face like that, it means you have cortisol, stress hormones, right? So when a woman embraces the process and she's educated within the process, then it becomes like a very natural process that she can fully embrace.
And that's why I tell people, don't just go having babies if you don't really feel ready to have a baby. It's a lot of work, and it's putting someone else before yourself. So exactly what he says is exactly what it is. You know what I mean? So if you want to figure it out, go check him out. He can give you more techniques, more ways. You said it's the 25th of May. Tell them again where they can find.
Well, it's 2 lectures we have. We have the launching of the answer that is done in collaboration with Core Foundation.
Yeah.
That's Honourable Prophet Jamal McNaughton, known as Chronics here. So he's the brand ambassador.
Yeah, I totally even forgot to mention that. Totally awesome. That's another fact. Chronics has teamed up with everything that you're doing as well to help bring even more eyes to it. I love that. His reach and your knowledge of what you already do and your reach of what you have. It's a powerful combination. We need more of that. So the 25th of May.
That will be the 23rd of May.
23rd.
At the Pegasus Hotel from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock, we'll be having a series of lectures. So I'll be doing a lecture on immunity. We'll have a brother named Akim Pierre coming out of Vancouver. We'll be doing some movement. We have brother Riza Islam that basically will be doing a lecture on unity, and Chronics would just do his thing. And on the 25th of May at UWI from 5 till 8, we'll be having a lecture on reproductive and sexual wellness.
All right. So 2 dates to put in your calendar, 23rd, 25th. Where can they go on social media to get more info?
Well, for more information, they could go on our Instagram page, Honourable Priest Kailash, and also you have Triunity. Basically, she is the one that is actually organizing our publicity on her Instagram. Triunity.
Okay.
That's Sister Caris. She'll definitely be able to give you some more information.
All right. So off the subject questions, a man should have 1 wife or more than 1?
Is that off what subject?
Just off subject. I would love to hear your feedback.
My feedback?
Yes.
What about my feet forward? Why is that? Anyway, man, I mean, this is basically just dependent upon your culture.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do about a wrong or a right. I mean, some things, some people will kill themselves and blow off themselves and say something, and then for them they'll go into heaven. Everyone has the particular path, and it has to be respected. So if it is that your nature, your tradition, your culture is one that embraces polygamy, then that is your culture, that is for you. And if you feel good within your conscience, that is it. And if another man feels that he only supposed to have 1 wife, that is his business. If it is that it's your culture that you have more than 1 husband, that is your business. So as long as it is that people could respect one another's lifestyle, their opinions, whatever that they want, that is their business. I personally, I have an empress and I have 8 children, and I live a beautiful life, and I give thanks, for all the blessings that has actually come from that.
I love that. And also, I would love to hear from you. Give us what you would say is the base of a strong man. What should a strong man, at least all strong men, have at their base? What makes a man strong?
The most important thing for man is to actually recognize where you are coming from. That fundamental love for your mother and your father, your mommy and your daddy, the sperm and the egg that you actually come from. If it is that as a man you cannot really cherish and honor your parents that didn't just pay the rent, but they basically actually brought you out of the status and bring you into the physical realms, you honor and respect them. That is the basis of the foundation of a man. Honor your source. Now, when you could really begin to honor where you come from, that physical thing that you could see.
No matter how bad it is, because some...
No matter
Okay.
how bad that it is.
Yeah.
As long as your mother pushed you out into the world,
Yeah.
you know, even if she dropped you up on the step, you know, even if she gave you to an auntie or an uncle or whatever,
Sold
you
drugs,
adopted,
sold herself,
whatever happened,
matter.
as long as you have been given that opportunity to live,
Yeah.
that's the greatest gift. And that's the foundation of being an awesome man. So if a man then begins just to love himself, it has nothing to do about his mother. Then he loves that, okay, he's going to be the best son that he's going to be. Not because he loves his mother, because he has that self-love to, well, okay, so what is the standard of being a son? So my standard of being a son is taking care of your parents, not making sure that they are all right. How is granny doing? How is everything happening? So that self-love would actually dictate that. Just because you want to be the best son, then you're gonna do it. So just because you want to be the best husband, so it doesn't mean that has anything to do with your wife.
No.
It comes from that principle of you loving yourself, that you want to know that, look, I'm a great husband, I'm a great father, I'm a great man at my job, just because of that level of that self-love. So nothing I do basically is for anyone, but primarily for myself. And I don't have to come and quantify it or justify it, because I know that my heart, where the exact place of my heart, and when my cup is overflowing, my abundance could satisfy people and I wouldn't even know. You understand that? So at the end of the day, when it comes to night, when you develop that kind of self-love, you know, you begin to honor your source, you know, then it is that you begin to reflect that in every aspect of your physical structure.
And you start to see all kind of things coming your way. I say it all the time on the show. It starts with self-love. So that was brilliant to hear you just say that right now.
So why did you how many husbands how many men do you think a woman's supposed to have?
One. I feel like 1 and 1. You don't need really, to me, more than that. I'm not gonna, if a different culture says you can have more than 1, great, wonderful, but just make sure mentally you're able to handle more than 1. It's a big responsibility. And for me, I always look weird on people who take up those responsibilities but don't understand the mental play that it has on the people they bring into those situations. That's all.
Give thanks.
But 1.
Give thanks.
Any other questions for me?
For you? Well, I mean, I give thanks again for having me, and I just like to remind the people that definitely will be at the Pegasus Hotel on the 23rd.
Yes, 23rd.
And it's a free lecture, and basically what we are doing, we are launching a product called The Answer. And The Answer is an immune system enhancer that has been very effective against Zika, chikungunya, dengue fever, and all these things.
Any single one of them.
You're right. So, and that will be available that you could actually see and you could actually sample on that day. And then on the 25th, which is Africa Liberation Day, we'll be at the University of the West Indies, where we're going to be showing people, if you have fibroids, how you're going to do a poultice, how you're going to do an insert, what is a fibroid, what is a cyst, how you could deal with it, what is prostate cancer, what can a man do, what can he take to actually help to with his prostatic enlargement, if he has erectile dysfunction. If I ask you, what's the name of the bone in the penis?
The bowl in the penis?
The bone.
The
What's
bone
in the penis.
There's a bone?
You don't know the name of the bone in the penis?
No. There's a bone? There's a bone? There's a bone? No.
Okay, so
is it a bendable bone? I mean,
there's no bone in the penis, right? The penis gets erect through circulation. Right. So, but I have gone to lectures and people would call out all types of names for the bones in the penis.
Okay.
Right. So you are in a good place.
I'm good.
Right?
I represent Nerd Nation. Hello. I tell my people, read people, Nerd Nation. Good. I didn't fail. All right. Good. Okay. It's all about the Honourable Priest in the building, Kailash Leonce. And the big events are the 23rd and 25th. 25th, it's for you to listen and learn sexual dysfunctions, anything like that, reproduction. He's going to help man and woman. But the 23rd is the one that's more interactive. You said you're going to be doing exercises as well?
Now, well, the answer, there'll be someone that will be actually showing you simple, different body movements that you could do to enhance the immune system. And I'd like to reiterate, is the launching of our product called The Answer collaboration with CORE, which is the foundation of Honourable Prophet Jamal.
And then you can find all that information and more about the product on their social media, which is, one more time,
Honourable Priest Kailash at on Instagram, priestkailash.com. Also on the web, and also you have True Unity, which is basically the one handling the publicity of the whole campaign that we are starting off the ministry.
I love this.
So definitely you could look out for that.
I love it, and I hope you guys definitely check it out because hospitals are very expensive. Illness is very expensive. So,
and,
no problem.
Could I just give a number that probably
Of course.
the sister? I think it would be very good, at least. Plenty of people might want to call. So if they need any information about the lecture, definitely you could contact Sister Caris at 1-876-354-8812. That's 1-876-354-8812. 1-876-354-8812. And just in closing, a lot of people are they're skeptical to utilize our medications. And I say, well, priest, the woman, they say, well, some of them say, well, they don't want to use the medications because they don't want to get pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you, seriously. Right? Because our work has been linked up with a lot of boosting in infertility in the woman.
Yeah, I don't know.
So at the end of the day, even if self-control is the best birth control, right? So it is very important that you understand that you don't neglect yourself just because you don't want to have a baby.
No.
The womb must always be properly cleansed. So definitely when you come, you're going to be able to see an assortment of our products. And if it is that you want to see us privately, just to assist you, you could just call the number again, 1-876,
and you do
354
private sessions. Ladies, I'm with you. I'm understanding, not trying to get pregnant, but you do need to clean out yourself. So just condom, safe sex, don't have sex, but yes, take care of your health. I could talk to you for a very long time, but we gotta take a break. What's your favorite Bob Marley song?
War.
Yo. All right, we gotta drop it. Make sure you follow him. Honourable Priest Kailash Leonce. Am I saying that right? I want to say it wrong. It's the Bridge 99. Keep it locked right here. Don't move.